Well, good evening, a good morning, good afternoon and good evening to you all, wherever you might be watching this on this truly wonderful planet that we live on. And it is truly wonderful, even though there's a lot of crap going on and people are doing stupid things and the whole woke brigade's gone mad and the world's turned into a socialist nightmare. But it's still truly a wonderful planet, and we all got to be grateful to what we actually have available to us. So, on that note, remember down the bottom, do all those things before you go any further. And if you don't like it on the way out, just smash it on the way out, or just leave it there to make me feel good. Anyway, look, quickly today, a couple of things. Last weekend I watched the second race of the first leg of the New Zealand V8 supercar rounds. There's two back-to-back, so coming one up tomorrow, as one last Saturday I mean. So just on that, what I'm wanting to talk about is what is known really as the New Zealand phenomenon, as far as I'm concerned, and it was all brought to my first attention by the New Zealand All Blacks playing rugby, and it was the Haka. Now, I know I'm wrong with this, and I'm sure I'm going to be wrong, because the internet will say one thing because of inclusion and DEI and stuff like that. And look, it may be accurate, and I don't mean to offend Maoris by getting this wrong, but as far as I'm concerned, and I think most people around the world are concerned who have seen the Haka from a New Zealand All Black perspective. Now, the New Zealand All Black men, predominantly, obviously there's All Black women, I'm sure there are, and they play rugby as well, but the male Haka is just awe-inspiring. It gives you goosebumps. It's a call to arms. It's a call to fight your foe and be competitive and be strong in your competition. And honestly, guys, I think everyone believes it's a war cry. And just have a little look at this and see what you let me know in the comments what you think. That is just so awe-inspiring. It just gives me goosebumps every time I see it. It makes me feel strong. It makes me feel masculine. It makes me feel like I want to compete. And I don't know if you happen to notice the team that they were playing all in the white uniforms. They were the French team, and their welcome into the Haka was holding hands. Like, I don't know what that says about the French, but anyhow, let's go on. So the Haka is, for me, and I would presume most people in the world would associate the Haka to a war cry for vanquishing your enemies and being seriously competitive against your foe, right? So I think that's what the Haka is. So, getting back to the V8 supercar round, they have a Haka at the beginning of that, which I would have thought, okay, here comes the Haka. Yeah, I'm ready for this because it's V8 supercars, it's masculine, let's get the energy rolling, let's get all these fierce competitors out there racing super hard on the track to see if they can win all good. And this is what they played. Like, I can't watch it anymore. It's frankly, I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed for all New Zealand, like all New Zealanders, all of them. The arrowhead of females screaming like banshees, and the men, for want of a loose way of saying them, the boys that walked through the crowd, through the women with tradie suntan lines, and one of the guys, I don't know if you noticed it, he was chewing gum, and it was an absolute debacle. It was an embarrassment to be. I actually showed it to a couple of my New Zealand friends, and they were even more embarrassed than I am, and rightly so. But they took away the power of the haka and DEI'd it to absolute hell. And I just hope this round, this weekend that's coming up, they just don't do that again, because, man, that would turn me off ever watching any V8 supercar round ever in New Zealand again, if they play crap like that at the beginning of a race. That is masculine. It's a masculine event, and you can deny it or not, but the V8 supercars is a masculine event. They have females that race in the V8 super. They did. She was sensational. She was never really competitive. She was a very good racing car driver and deserved to be in the round, but was never competitive. She didn't have that killer edge or that maybe don't give a shit attitude that men generally have in conflict. And that's, you don't want to say the words, but that's what it is. These racing cars are driving around at 245 kilometres an hour, bumping each other off the road. Where a woman is smarter, they take the foot off the accelerator and try and get past them, but the men don't do it. Like, it's a fully masculine activity. And so to have a haka like that at the beginning of that was absolutely horrible. Shouldn't have been allowed. And just to take that the next step to be even more misogynistic, because, hey, I'm a white male, and probably the most prejudiced against in all of the world, a Western white male, straight Western white male to that. This is taking that V8 supercar thing a little bit further. I think there's 3 female commentators in the V8 supercars, and one of them's a racing car driver. She races rally cars, dirt racing, absolutely fantastic, and really knows her stuff. She needs to be on the team. The other 2 are pretty blonde girls. Now, not taking away from the fact that they may be V8 supercar enthusiasts and fans and really love the sport, and they've probably been in a V8 supercar around a track with someone, and they've maybe raced a Gazoo 86 Toyota, but have never raced a V8 supercar, like, ever. And if I'm wrong, apologies to you girls, but don't think you have. You've got nothing in front of you but scripts of what to say and what questions to ask. You are just cheesecake. You're no different to the blonde in the 50s and 60s that was sat on the bonnet of a car to sell that car to the most gullible man who wanted to see a beautiful woman and not even give a shit about the quality. You shouldn't be there. Look, you're beautiful, you're fantastic people, your husbands and your children love you to death and all your family, but find a place that's not V8 supercars. It's a masculine activity. It's the thing where men want to listen to men talk about cars. Tim the Toolman Taylor talks about tools. He has a beautiful woman cheesecake. That's all you are. And no disrespect, or maybe some, just don't be on it. Like, really, just don't do it. Go out and commentate something else. I don't think there should be any commentators of a sporting activity that haven't participated in the activity. I just don't believe there should be. There shouldn't be male commentators of netball unless they've played netball. And if they've played netball, great, be a commentator. But put your credentials up there. Just don't say, I'm a sports commentator, which means absolutely nothing. You're an enthusiast who can talk and you look good. Same as the men that do it. And I think there's a man on that V8 supercar commentator team that has never raced V8, so it doesn't even look like he can hold a pen up, let alone drive a V8 supercar. He shouldn't be there either. He's just cheesecake for... he's not even a good-looking man. Sorry, buddy, you're just not. So I just think they need to cut that out. Like, I can't commentate netball. I can't commentate softball. I can't commentate croquet. I've never played the game. I've never been activity. I have been a strong supporter of netball because my daughter played netball, and I believe netball is probably more strenuous on the human body than basketball is. I just can't watch female sports that are men's sports. Women are playing these sports now because of DEI and we have to allow them to do it. But I actually don't think very many women watch women's sports unless they're fed down our necks by the network televisions that tell us we have to watch it. Like, you'll go to a football game with the intent of watching the main game, and the sideline game, you might watch, the girls are playing. You're not going to watch the girls, like, you're going to watch the men. Women do it, men do it. Everybody goes to watch the men's sports because they're faster, they're stronger, they're just more energy in the game. The crowd is behind it. They're not behind the women's games, and no matter what we do with it, I just don't think we're ever going to be behind the women's games as much as the men's. Mainstream media can try and say they are, but we're just not there. I don't think we are. I don't think the women are either. I think a woman would rather watch a man in tight shorts than a woman in tight shorts. Men don't even like, well, they do. Women, they like watching the women play the game. They don't like the game that they're playing. So anyway, that's just my rant. And that's obviously my opinion, and you can like it or not. Just don't give a crap. Or I don't give a rat's ass. So moving myself off that into the next most hated thing in the world today is oppression and how we are being squashed in our speech. I think I've seen a few things come around about Australian governments now have put this new legislation out, and I don't know all the details about it. And frankly, again, it's only what I hear, and it's all from mainstream media and the pundits on YouTube and Rumble. But there's apparently a law that's out there now saying you're not allowed to say anything that could hurt someone's feeling with the risk of $5,000 fines or even jail. And hurting someone's feelings is far too subjective for me. There is nothing in my mind that I can say that can't potentially hurt someone's feelings. And unless I'm just all peace, love, and that's just never going to happen. Not from any way, shape and form. And even saying that, even if I was to be nothing but peace and love, I'm going to offend someone who isn't peaceful and loving. They're going to be in a prick of a mood, and they're going to say, stop being so bloody nice and so kind and loving. You're hurting my feelings. I'm going, oh, Christ, then I can go to jail for saying something. It's absolutely ludicrous. But if this is going to be the case, guys, if this is what's going to be the standard moving forward, so if I'm not allowed to say something that's going to hurt, I'm not allowed to call, I'm not going to say that stupid letter and the word at the end of it. If I can't say nigger, they can't call me white prick, or they can't call me white c***. And hold them to account for the shit they do to you as a straight, white, Western male in 2026. It's absolutely ridiculous. We've got to stand our ground. We've got to bring the level playing field back so that we can all live in this beautiful planet we live on without this absolute ludicrous harassment. Mainstream media, you've got a lot to answer to. And even, guys, I've got to say, the YouTube people out there now who are putting their ads in the middle of their clips, like I pay for YouTube Premium so I don't get the ads because I hate ads. But now you guys are putting ads in the middle of your content. Shits me off. You're greedy. You just want the money. These people are paying you for you to put your shit on the line. You're disappointing me. The people I follow who are now whacking their content with ads, disappointing. Absolutely disappointing. Put it on before or at the end of your content, not in the middle of it. I'm going to stop following you. And I'm only at one. I hope there's a voice out there that says the same thing. Stop being greedy. Stop being greedy. It's a problem with the world today. We're greedy. Everybody's greedy. Greedy for everything. Just don't be greedy anymore. It's ridiculous. Bloody idiots. Anyway, ranting. I'm done. I'm not going to do a big one. It probably was a big one anyway. But I'm ranting. I'm done it. I'm over. Hey, remember this. And of course, always, peace, love and mung beans. Until I'm talking to you next, enjoy your journey and be good.